Hello and welcome to West Ham United hosting Manchester City here live with Total Football. The teams are literally just about to get underway here, so I'm going to get the team news for you straight away. So, the teams are lined up. Both managers at the ready. We've got two great attacking forces on display here today. So, West Ham United line up with Adrian in goal, Jenkinson at right back, Collins and Reed at centre back, Cresswell on the left, Song, Noble, Amalfitano and Downing making up the midfield three. Thinking Amalfitano and Downing are going to be the players going further out wide. And West Ham have had the first shot on target already. Saka and Valencia up front for them. Valencia just had a rash effort, skewed off miles away into the stands. And then for Manchester City, their lineup is Joe Hart in goal, Zabaleta, Company, Mangala and Clichy at the back, Navas right, Silva left, Torre and Fernando in the middle, and Aguero and Dzeko up front. On the bench for West Ham United is Kevin Nolan, Chick Koyate, Ricardo Vazte, O'Brien, Jussi Askelainen, Diego Poyet and Carlton Cole. For Manchester City, Bakary Sanya, James Milner, Alexander Kolarov, Willy Caballero, Fernandinho, Martin de Michaelis, and Stefan Jovetic. So those are the teams. And we are at Upton Park, and it is going to be a great day for football, hopefully. Here goes Sergio Aguero running at the defence. And, he's so positive, Sergio Aguero, always looking for something, always searching perhaps just for that, just for a goal. He's always looking to do something for the team. He really is. He's just that sort of player. And there's not much that can stop him in world football right now, not with the form he's in. He's a truly sensational player, Sergio Aguero, he really is. And he's just not gonna. Nothing's stopping him at the moment. He scored 4 in his last game. Scored 1 in midweek against CSKA Moscow also. So we'll see if Aguero has the same sort of impact this week as he did against Spurs last week. For West Ham, they're on really good form. West Ham at the minute, they're playing the best football most of us seen from West Ham in a while. Beaten Burnley last week, QPR the week before, lost to United the week before that, and they beat Liverpool 3-1 before that. They're just on some good form in the minute. And Manchester City are on great form out of Europe, beating Tottenham 4-1 last weekend, beating Villa 2-0 the week before, Hull 4-2 the week before that, and City are just being City at the moment. They're just playing great football, and they are one of the best teams in the world at the moment, and they'll remain like that if they can continue to play like this. They really will. They've just got such an all-round top squad. It's just such a well-rounded side, and it's just depth as well. This season is what Manchester City have got. Like in recent seasons, they've not had the depth to do well in Europe. This season they have. So their struggling form in Europe doesn't really have an excuse. But nonetheless, this season they are looking amazing. And will they be stopped? Will they catch Chelsea? Song. Noble takes over and tried to play it through to Sacco. Mangala jumped in front of him and did well. And there's a foul there by Edin Dzeko on Stuart Downing as he was trying to stop the counter-attack. Stuart Downing has started every single Premier League game for West Ham this season. He's probably been their best player in my opinion. You know, you've had Sacco who's not stopped scoring, Valencia, and I just think Downing's been making that all happen. Hart punched, didn't quite get there, but there was an offside flag raised against West Ham there. There was a number of players offside. The deep delivery, and Hart sends one out wide to Clichy. Now it's David Silva. Aguero looking to get a shot on goal, and he's been brought down on the edge of the box by Mark Noble, and he's protesting his innocence to the referee. He's having none of it. Aguero, it probably was a foul. Caught Aguero. Or did he? It's probably there probably was enough for Aguero to go down there. And that's a free kick on the edge of the box, which, you know, Yaya Toure will be up for. David Silva, most likely candidates. And Yaya Toure put loads of these in from this range last season. Can he get going again here? About 25 yards out, maybe. Silva's gone for it, and it's over by David Silva. Yaya Toure says he wanted that one. It's not miles away from David Silva. Oh, it really isn't. It hit the top of the net. Must have just fancied his chances. Made his mind up where he wanted to put it before Yaya Toure. Navas wins that one in the air. Toure lofts it forward. It's cut out there by Reed. Valencia. He's strong, but not as strong as Mangala. And Noble only got a toe to that. Couldn't really do anything with the tackle. Zabaleta crowded out. Still finds Navas. Navas still finds Zabaleta. Oh, and it's back to Navas. And I think there's another foul there. And West Ham need to be careful now, because that's 2 fouls in dangerous positions already. And Morgan Amalfitano has been yellow carded. He was tracking back Jesus Navas, and he's really cut him down there from behind. It's a bad tackling. It's a good decision to award him the yellow card. 6 minutes, 30 seconds in. And it's a crossing free kick now for Manchester City. So going to be aiming for players like Dzeko, Company, Mangala. Big side, Manchester City. It's going to be Jesus Navas to provide it. Jesus Navas with the delivery. Oh, and it's headed over. Vincent Company got miles above everybody else there. It was into Dzeko and Company, and Company got up very high there, very early. And he's under the ball in the end. Had to extend his neck muscles there, Vincent Company, to reach that one. It was a good attack on the ball, just couldn't get the direction on it. Up by Adrian. Zabaleta won it in the air. Reed just hooks it forward towards Valencia. Company deals with it poorly, as does Mangala. Oh, and it's nearly been a free cone goal for Manchester City. So close. Really poor defending there from Company. Sacco just beats him. Mangala just hooks it up into the air, and Joe Hart can't be sure. He has to tip that one over. West Ham now have a corner, and they are also a side that has a physical presence. Mark Noble to deliver it deep. And Joe Hart's been fouled there by Enner Valencia. There's nothing in that at all there. Joe Hart hits the ground without without being touched, just to win the free kick for his team. And he's the man that hits it upfield. Won by Reed. Oh, and it nearly went through to Downing. Nearly. Dzeko. West Ham appealing for handball there. Aguero. Trying to squeeze it through to Dzeko. It's away by Collins. 82% possession for Manchester City in the opening 10 here. And Valencia will give chase. Mangala's quick and he's big. And he's able to just shepherd that one out. Zamballetta on the ball now. Company. Oh, he's always so confident and cool on the ball, Vincent Company. You can always trust him. Joe Hart looks out wide for Silva. It's Fernando. Really has found his way into Manchester City starting 11. Fernando. Over Fernandinho, who I personally think was Manchester City's best player last season. It's debatable. I mean, they had players like Yaya Toure, Sergio Aguero, David Silva, Vincent Company as well, that were all big players, but Fernandinho didn't have a bad game. He was absolutely fantastic. Through to Dzeko's shot. There was blocked and out for a corner. Doesn't matter anyway. And then Dzeko was offside. There's a flag at the near side. And it's tight. It's very tight there from Edin Dzeko, but I think it was just about the right decision. It's a very tough one to call. Headed on towards Downing. Company having none of it, just smashes it away. But Fernando and Fernandinho, they've got similar names, but they're very different kinds of players. Fernando's more of a powerhouse anchorman midfielder, one to sit back, sit deep, and do all the dirty work for the team. And Fernandinho is a box-to-box midfielder, and he's very passing orientated. Doesn't score a lot, but he'll score a lot more than Fernando. Flicked on down the line, hoping to find Enner Valencia. Mangala eventually deals with that one. And Navas nearly got through there. Adrian hits that one forward. Vincent Company. Across to Mangala. Silva. Torre. And it's a real astonishing start. Manchester City have completed 62 passes already this game. West Ham have completed 8 passes in the opening 13 minutes of this game. Torre trying to get through. It's prodded out wide towards Navas. It was closed down by Amalfitano. Manchester City have a corner. And the corner whipped in by Navas. Flicked on at the near post, and Aguero's at the back post. And that is optimistic even for him. I mean, that would have taken something special to score from there. But he's always hungry. Sergio Aguero, you can't blame him for that, can you, at all? I mean, he's just he's fascinating, Sergio Aguero, because he just he's so little, but he's such a handful, and there's no better out and out striker in world football than Sergio Aguero. I mean, he's always been outshadowed, Sergio Aguero, by at least one other striker. I mean, a couple of seasons ago it was Van Persie. Last season it was Suarez. This season it looks like it's going to be Diego Costa, but Aguero's giving himself a bit more of a shout. Hit forward, dealt with by Clichy. Silva. Back to Clichy. And he's won a throw in there. Aguero tried to poke it through to Silva. Song cuts it out. It wasn't the best ball from him. Song plays it out wide, and it's not quite kept in play by Carl Jenkinson. Just half a yard too much on the pass. Clichy looking for Dzeko, and Song got there first, but he couldn't keep it in play. To his personal disappointment. It's good defending nonetheless. And the last time Song played against Manchester City was in October of 2010. And he scored in that game, incidentally, for Arsenal. And you gotta say West Ham need to get a foothold in the game here desperately. Because they really are gonna struggle to get back in this game if they leave it too late. Every time they get the ball, they hit it forward. There's no possession in it. Company, excellent strength. That's great strength from Company. He tried to keep it going, but the referee brought it back for a foul. And it's played back to Joe Hart by Mangala. And he had to rush it there. He's under some pressure from Sacco. Sacco, if he scores in this game, the first ever West Ham United player to score 6 goals in his first 6 Premier League starts. Noble. Song. West Ham finally stringing some passes. It was well played to Downing, but Fernando jumped in, out-muscled him, and started an attack. Here's Aguero. Great pace from Aguero. Been crowded out. That won't stop him. And, oh, it took 3 players to tackle him there. James Collins and Alex Song wants to get the contact on the ball and got it away. And that's a foul there by Vincent Kompany. And Sacco's down, holding his back. £3.5 million signing Sacco from Metz in France this summer, and it was a gamble, but it's really paid off. He's on inspired form. I think it was just a knee from Vincent Kompany that gave away the foul. So it's a free kick for West Ham. James Collins is going to pump it into the area. It's flicked on. Oh, and and they just couldn't get it in. Joe Hart's down. And Joe Hart, I think he's definitely conscious. Joe Hart there, he's taken a knock in the face. The rule is if the goalkeeper is showing signs of concussion, he does have to come off. So we'll see what that develops into shortly. But I just couldn't formulate words there. It was James Collins that hit it in. Flick on by Valencia. Flick on to Valencia, who was offside. By Sacco was the man to beat Mangala in the air. He was offside anyway, but it wasn't given. I think it was the shoulder of Valencia. He tried to smash it past Hart, and yeah, he's just hit into Joe Hart there, who's still down. And could have definitely gone in. Obviously, Joe Hart will not need to come off the pitch, as he is a goalkeeper, and can't quite do that. And Joe Hart saying he's alright. Manuel Pellegrini looking on cautiously, if anything. Ready to give Willy Caballero the shout if need be. Looks a bit dazed, Joe Hart. There's a bit of a dispute here between Sacco and Clichy over whose ball it is to kick back to, because we were both in a bit of a 50-50 challenge as it was given. And in the end, it was Sacco that gave it back to Manchester City, which himself and also Sam Allardyce weren't too happy about. Song. Oh, great slip through. Great run. Oh, and West Ham take the lead. It is Morgan Amalfitano, and they have really not deserved it, but they take the lead. And it was fantastic running round the outside from, I think it was Enner Valencia, who squares it across. And I think there was a bit of a problem celebrating in front of the Manchester City fans there. But great acceleration. In fact, that's behind Amalfitano, but it's too easy. Song with a sensational pass through. It's a cross. And it's in. It is Enner Valencia with a superb run. And his vision, Song's vision, it was a great West Ham move, and that is signified how they've performed this season. And now City are shaken up. Will they get straight back into this game like we know they have the ability to? Or will this be a problem? So Morgan Amalfitano stood on the boards right in front of the Manchester City fans. He was grabbed by one of the Manchester City fans. I think Enner Valencia was in the crowd with the Manchester City fans just solely due to his run, and the momentum took him into the boards and over it into the Manchester City fans. So it's just a little bit of a problem down there during the celebration. There was no violence towards any West Ham players. And, you know, football fans aren't always like that, are they? When the team's just conceded, they wouldn't mind bopping the player in the face that's just scored against them. But I think the Manchester City fans behaved rather responsibly there. Credit to them. It's just 1 or 2 grabbing the West Ham players. So, anyway, back to the football. It's hooked in by Jenkinson. Hart got there. And City are away. Dzeko switches to Navas. And now Navas will turn on the Jets. He will run at you. Jesus Navas plays it back to Yaya Toure. David Silva. And it's slowed down a bit here for Manchester City. Zabaletta's got the man over in Navas. It was just behind Navas, but City's still live. Trying to get the cross in. Song deals with it. So West Ham United happy to concede the corner. And Jesus Navas will take. And City do look a bit shaken. Navas Into the area! Oh, and it's just over the bar by Edin Dzeko at the near post. You got to say he's got to be hitting the target there, the big Bosnian, and he really could have levelled it for City. Still 1-0 to West Ham. And oh, it's close from Dzeko. He just got under that and put it over the bar. 24 minutes gone, and West Ham United lead through Morgan Amalfitano. And a lot of the reason behind, supposedly, the sort of influx in attacking play from West Ham this season is due to the new signings. But you got to think Premier League legend Teddy Sheringham's on the coaching staff now. That's got to play a factor and why they're playing such great football. It's all the way through for a goal kick there to West Ham. And Enna Valencia did end up with the Manchester City fans, but they did act responsibly. I think it was just at the Morgan Amalfitano celebration that they didn't quite approve of. Here's Gael Clichy. He's got to find a way forward. Prodded it between Downing and Sacco to the feet of Fernando. He tried to play it forward for Dzeko, but Mark Noble gets back and keeps the ball for West Ham. It's one of his best attributes, Mark Noble. Definitely his possession retention. And is there a foul there? No, there's not. Cleared away there by Zabaleta. It fell to Morgan Amalfitano on the chest. It bounced in front of him, and for a second there, you could see him striking it and going for the spectacular, but it was crowded out by dark blue shirts in the end. Hart hoops forward, headed away by Winston Reid. Torre to Pablo Zabaleta. Navas. Cheeky little flick back to him. Silva's on this right hand side now as well. Fernando. Mangala. Torre. City very good at this. Playing the way out of danger. So it's been one of their best attributes. Just the way that they can pass confidently, assured. It's almost a sophisticated style of passing with Manchester City. It really is. It's just pinpoint every time. It's luckily found its way to Aguero. David Silva, and it bounced. I think maybe off James Collins into the arms of Adrian. No problem for the goalkeeper. Good move from City. Torre was looking for Silva. He poked it to Aguero. Aguero flicked it back his way, and it came off Cresswell and Song. I think it was just a bit of a double ricochet between them and ended up back with Adrian. Silva. Out to Dzeko, who's taking it up a position out wide. And once again, I think Edin Dzeko's offside there. It's taken quickly by West Ham. And now West Ham starting to attack. Here's Stuart Downing. It's Sacco. Sacco, back post, headed away. Oh, it's Forrest Downing! And it's just over the bar from Stuart Downing. It was a really good chance for Stuart Downing, actually. Took the free kick quickly. City caught sleeping. Sacco's ball in was deep. Zabaleta headed it back across his own goal. Beat Valencia in the air. And Downing, he's got to hit the target there, Stuart Downing. It's a good opportunity. So, will it be the goal fest many have been predicting? Will West Ham see it out? Will Manchester City equalise? What will happen next? We're half an hour in, and it's still 1-0 to West Ham. Here's Eliaquim Mangala tackled by Enna Valencia. Not the best position to lose the ball. It's a crossing one though. And here's Valencia. Sacco. Great turn into the box. Company. Great defending. That's what he's good at in those situations. Pressure situations. And Company came up big for his team there. The City captain. James Collins hits it forward. Clichy's won that one in the air. And it's a free kick to West Ham United. Clichy jumped into the back of Sacco. And Valencia's down holding his arm. Hope he's going to be alright. We might see an introduction of Mauro Zarate if he's not alright. But Mauro Zarate is not too bad himself, is he? So, crossing position here for West Ham United. Stuart Downing with the in-swinger. These are so hard to defend. It's in, but it is defended. Navas not beating Song to it. Fell for Zabaleta. And Zabaleta is obstructed there. Oh, and there's a bit of afters here between Fernando and Noble. Broken up quickly before it came to a really big thing. And Manchester City trying to gain 20 yards from that free kick, really. And the referee saying no more to Mark Noble. But, Song obstructed Zabaleta's run. Foul was given and Noble was just having the ball. Fernando shoved him off a bit too aggressively for my likings there from Fernando. But you can see the game really starting to heat up if it carries on like this. So throw into West Ham United anyway. But then after that, Manchester City were trying to get as far up the pitch as they could with it. So here's Winston Reid now for West Ham. Keeping it calm. Adrian's ball was poor, straight to the head of Navas. He played the 1-2 with Torre. Now plays it to Dzeko. Aguero. Silva. Torre. Here's Aguero with a long shot, and it's wide of the near post of Adrian. Wasn't the best of strikes from Sergio Aguero. I've most certainly seen better. It was great build-up play from City, and would have took something special to score from there. Saying that he is a player very, very capable indeed of creating something special. Probably the best at doing so on the of the 22 players on the field right now. So we've seen a good opening half hour or so. Both teams playing good football. It's safe to say West Ham United and Manchester City both still in with a shout of winning this game. I say still. West Ham in with a shout of winning this game with their 1-0 lead. And then Manchester City, almost certainly you can't count them out of this game because, yeah, they've sort of lulled in the past 10 minutes or so due to the West Ham goal. But in the end, West Ham have still got a goal, and you can't discount Manchester City. But here come West Ham on the charge. And Jenkinson looking to get a ball in, and he did in the end. It was And now he initially wanted to deliver the ball into the box, but straight to the gloves of Joe Hart. It's a long kick up. Cresswell does well. He heads it behind him. Aguero gets there first. Amal Furtado had to track back a mighty amount there to put pressure on Sergio Aguero, who's just been brought down there by Alex Song. Free kick given. And it's not the best position to be giving away free kicks. Another one of them that are hard to defend. You can never really defend against those free kicks that are from that crossing position that sort of just, it's one of those where you sort of got to leave it or put it behind or put it in your own net. Those are sort of your three options normally if it's a good delivery, if it's a world-class delivery. That delivery came to nothing in the end from Manchester City. Manchester City they look as if they're a man down. Manchester City, they're not, but it's just what it feels like. It feels like they're not all clicking right now. I mean, there's a foul on David Silva. I think it was Saka. He's just caught him there. Just a little trip. Nothing really in it. Diafra Sakho has not played top flight football in his career yet. I mean, played with Metz last season, who were in the French second division. And he's really showing the Premier League what he's made of. He's had a fantastic start. Aguero brings it down on his chest. Aguero looking to get a shot away. It was a lovely turn. Winston Reid with a push in the back. And it's a dangerous area to give away a free kick once again. And you can't really do much else with Aguero. It's just on the edge of the D of the penalty area. And Reid's just giving the referee all he needs to give that as a foul, putting his hand on Aguero's shoulder with a tug and a push, and it's a free kick. That's all it takes. It's going to be Silva and Torre stood over it again. Will Silva fancy a second? I think he might have to leave this one to Torre after missing the first one, but both will most certainly fancy it. And it's Yaya Torre hits the wall. Torre on the follow-up, hits Song. Hooked back in by Clichy towards Zabaleta. And Collins gets it away. It was a good header back across by Zabaleta. It deserves someone to be there. Valencia's kept it in play at the risk of losing possession, which he has. Is the handball against Pablo Zabaleta given. And now James Collins looks to be suffering. Oh, and he's winded there, James Collins. He took one right in the chest. He was so big there, James Collins. He was sticking his chest out, and it hit him square in the chest. And that's the price you pay for volunteering yourself to go in that wall. And he's done his job well there, James Collins. He stood tall and blocked the shot. Cost him a bit of wind, but at the end of the day, would you rather have a bit of wind knocked out of you or conceding a goal and it being your fault? I mean, good defending. Winston Reid hooks it forward with his left. in search of Valencia. Company is the one that he finds, though. Amalfitano with a great first touch to take it away from Zabaleta. Fantastic from Amalfitano. Cresswell tried to get a cross in. It was blocked by Pablo Zabaleta, and it's a West Ham corner. 6 minutes remain in this first half. West Ham lead. This is their second corner of the game. Third corner. We've had 3 corners at the other half from Manchester City. And it's headed away. And as far as Song, who gives it back to Manchester City. Silva tried to head it, Navas tried to head it down for Aguero. Noble's there again. Alex Song, good turn to keep the ball there. Switch to Cresswell. Cresswell is cross-blocked. Throw in. It's good play, West Ham, at the moment. They look on top. And it's throwing Cresswell. Complaining he doesn't have any options, which he really doesn't right now. He's got it back. Got a ball in. Oh, and it's so close from Enner Valencia. So close to being that second goal West Ham have been looking for. Good ball in by Cresswell, who's facing away from goal. Enner Valencia. It took a bobble right in front of him, and that's probably made it awkward. Cresswell has another throw in on that left-hand side now, but what would be a concern for Manuel Pellegrini is the number of crosses that West Ham are now getting into that area. Amalfitano. Back to Cresswell, who just hits it forward. Mangala's missed it, and it's poor from Sacco. He's just put it in the air, and he's lost the ball here to Mangala, and that was a good chance for Diafra Sacco after that mistake from Mangala, who missed the ball. Jenkinson, Song. And there's no foul there against Fernando. He hit the floor rather easily. Valencia. It's Amalfitano to Noble. Finds Song. Jenkinson's there on the overlap, and Clichy gets there first. That's good play from Gael Clichy. He had to be quick, which we know he is. And Song with a fantastic slide in interception to prevent the ball from ending up with Sergio Aguero. Torre. And back to Yaya Torre. Fernando. Finds Zabaleta, only just Amalfitano. So close to nicking that away. Navas. Torre. Floats one in. And dealt with by Reed in the end. Cresswell chests it down. And clears it as far away as he can. Now, here's Enner Valencia. He's got the wrong side of Company, and that's a great tackle from Vincent Company. But a yellow card given for Vincent Company. And I think it's for the initial, yeah, it is. It's the shove from Vincent Company on Enner Valencia. The second tackle was sublime, it really was, but I don't think it's that. It's the yellow card for the initial shove that tried to deny potential goal scoring opportunity. No complaint from Vincent Kompany, the City skipper, and Mark Noble is set to deliver an in-swinging cross for West Ham. Oh, it's a training ground move. It's Amalfitano, and it's across the face of goal. And that is a training ground move that was so close to being executed. Oh, and it's given away. It's Sacco. Oh, and he's put that one wide. Think it was blocked. It has been. Corner. Such a great move there. Amalfitano across. And oh, it's inches away. He doesn't even look. He knows exactly where he's putting that. And it's so close. And West Ham really do look like getting a second at the minute. If they can do that before half-time, that'll really change how City approach the second half, because they're still very much in this game at the moment. Cross blocked. Zabaleta head it away. Noble got there. And now City have a counter-attack. And it's a really poor ball from Edin Dzeko. Cresswell ends up seeing out on the far side. He was looking for Silva, and that's a real change. In the last 5 minutes, West Ham United have had 65% of the possession. They're finally getting a foothold in this game, and they look like the better team by a mile here, West Ham. As City lacking that sharpness after playing in Russia midweek. They only got back yesterday from in Manchester and travelled down. Zabaleta throws it forward. Song's kept that. And Amalfitano blocks the clearance. Torre heads it away only as far as Song. It's found its way to Noble. And Noble's gone down. He's hurt, but the referee, Martin Atkinson, says play on because it was a clean challenge. I think Noble just received a bit of afters there. There was nothing in it. It was a great challenge, but Manchester City holding the ball well. Just trying to work something here. There's not much they can do, Manchester City, because West Ham have got so many shirts back. Just blocking every route Manchester City have, just every little pass Manchester City make, it's just blocked away. And a cross there in the end collected by Adrian. And the counter-attack has been fished short, unfortunately for West Ham, by the half-time whistle, which they wouldn't have wanted to hear because they were on top and they were so close to getting a second a couple of times in that second half. And what a game we are seeing here. Not the goal fest many have predicted, but it's been close. It's been action-packed. And the hosts at Upton Park lead the Premier League and League Cup champions Manchester City 1-0. We'll be right back at 15-20 minutes with the second half. Hello and welcome back to Manchester City versus West Ham United at Upton Park. And the Premier League champions trying to get back in this game second half. And West Ham have kick-off and they start direct. But West Ham came so close to scoring a second. Here's Cresswell, he's got better side of Zabaleta and it's blocked by Vincent Kompany. Could have easily been a goal immediately there. And it's too easy for Cresswell there to beat Zabaleta. Corner to West Ham, 37 seconds into this half. Is it going to just be another West Ham siege and onslaught? It's crossed in, away at the near post. It was a poor delivery. Noble again. He's done well. Oh, it was well played by Noble there. He's got the cross in. It's towards the back post, headed away. Collins manages to get it to Song, and he slipped on the ball. And Alex Song is being shown a yellow card by Martin Atkinson. For I think he's slipped and he's fallen on the ball, and he's grabbed the ball as he's gone down. It's for a deliberate handball, I think. I think he's on. I'm not sure. I'll have to see that again there to really voice my opinion on that. So Collins makes a meal of that. Song just slips and yeah, that's he's just obstructed the play there. He's lying on the ball. He's used his hands. I think it's the correct decision there from Martin Atkinson. Sergio Aguero. Silva back to Yaya Toure. His only option was to play all the way back to Joe Hart. It's a good header there by Malfitano. Navas wins the second ball. Dzeko happy to knock it back to Eto. Sends it forward, looking for Navas. It was headed back by Cresswell, and there's a one in the end. Well, Dzeko took it out of play, I think, in the end, due to pressure from Mark Noble. Throw was taken quickly by Cresswell into the feet of Noble. He hit it against David Silva, and it's out for another West Ham throw-in. Will we see substitutions from Manchester City in the second half? Or soon, anyway. Obviously, we'll see substitutions, but which ones as well? I mean, Stefan Jovetic is definitely an option. James Milner often does everything that's asked of him. Still no Sami Nasri back. I mean, Fernandinho is an option. Here is Toure playing it to Kompany. Zabaleta's only choice was to play it back further to Kompany once again. Mangala, Fernando, Clichy. City starting this half how they started the first, trying to get a foothold in possession, just trying to keep the ball and work West Ham, tie them down, try and work that opening. Silva. Navas now. Good opportunity here for Manchester City. Navas's cross was blocked, and it's a corner. What can they do from this corner? It's taken short to Toure. Yaya Toure, good tackle there by Diafra. He tried to play it to Enner Valencia. Zabaleta was there to mop it up. Gael Clichy plays it back to Joe Hart. He's got no problem playing it back to Gael Clichy. So Steve got the shape back as of West Ham. After the scramble in play, Aguero jumped too soon for that, missed the header, and it's ended up Back with Adrian. Winston Reid just knocking it back to him. That's cleared all the way up the pitch. It's a massive kick by Adrian. And it nearly created problems for City there. And you can see exactly how it could have done. Here's Yaya Toure. Got it to Dzeko. And Cresswell gets it away. I think Aguero wanted that more than Dzeko. Here's Amalfitano to Song. Now Song's going to drive forward. Good running by Song. Finds Downing. He's got options to his right in Jenkinson. Here is Jenkinson. Stuart Downing. In swinging ball in. Oh, and the header was straight at Joe Hart from Enner Valencia, who was offside nonetheless. Despite this, it's another good opportunity. And clearly offside there, Enner Valencia. Good 2 yards behind the rest of the defence. Good defending from City, pushing up as a unit. It's failed to do against Moscow in the week. It's one of the reasons for some of their goals just not working as a unit at the back. That's a great turn from Silva. Dzeko. And it's the ball is poor. And Adrian deals with it with absolute ease. And Company's hooked that one backwards. He's already on a booking. And he's committed another foul here. No malice in it, really. So I don't think it can be given as a free kick. As another yellow card. I think it's just the follow through from Vincent Kompany on Enner Valencia. West Ham free kick from some range. Got to say there's about 30 yards on this. And Joe Hart wants a 4-man wall, so he can't be too confident. It's a long way out. Takes something special to beat him from here. Enner Valencia looks like he's going to go for glory here. He's the only one stood over it. I say stood over it. He's got a long run up. Enner Valencia to strike. He hits it. It's deflected on the way through. Only to Song. Song crosses it back in. Oh, and it's so close. Stuart Downing is the man it fell for. And he zipped it past the post. And that is another chance West Ham have been so close to scoring in. Song's done well here. It's a cheeky Rabona ball into the box. We've seen a lot of them recently. He's put one foot in front of the other and kicked it in the box. I mean, he's Rabona actually means skip class in Spanish in Argentina. It was the skill move is called to skip. That's why it's called the Rabona skill move. There's a bit of a Spanish lesson there for you. I've seen a lot of them recently. Angel Di Maria's perfecting his. I mean, Eric Lamela scored perhaps one of the best goals I've ever seen midweek for Tottenham Hotspur, performing one of those from outside the box and becoming popular in today's game. Will it take off? Will players start practicing this skill? Moving on from that, here's Gael Clichy, City on the attack. Fernando switches the play to Zabaleta, who controls it with his thigh. It's a great touch. And his ball through to Aguero is just a bit heavy. And Winston Reid eases him away from it and shepherds the ball out of play. It's another goal kick for Adrian. And Fernandinho is warming up on his own for Manchester City. He's now been joined by Stefan Jovetic. So 2 players warming up for City. And now James Milner's out. 3 players now warming up for Manchester City. The 3 players I did mention in candidates to come on. Song tried to find Valencia. It was away by Mangala. Torre couldn't keep it in. Throw in to West Ham. This could be a vital win. 35 minutes remain in this game. So it's a long time in a football match, 35 minutes. City have more than enough time to turn this around and get a foothold in the game. West Ham have more than enough time to score another, and they've looked more likely if there's going to be a goal, it's looked like it's going to be West Ham, but Manchester City have that class that they don't have to play well to create those chances that will win them games. Zabaleta brings it down. Navas. Fernando eased off the ball by Song and brought down by Fernando, and Fernando has been ushered away from Alex Song. And just a proper strong battle between those two. And Song's eased Fernando off the ball, and then Fernando ended up tugging Song to the ground and sort of kicking at him a bit. Alex Song lost a glove in all of that. So that was the only fatality that there was. Upton Park eager to see this one go in. Cresswell headed away. It went in towards Reed. It was away by Yaya Toure. And Dzeko has fouled Carl Jenkinson. It's another free kick to West Ham. And they take it quickly. Here's Downing. Outside of the foot pass to Sacco. It's a great ball. But Mangala shepherds it out of play. And he's nearly slipped there. Taken quickly by Joe Hart to Gael Clichy, who's put it out of play. And Manchester City do not look like themselves right now. It's safe to say. It looks like the change that's going to be made is Stefan Jovetic for Edin Dzeko. We'll see. We'll see if it's anyone else, but I think it's going to be Dzeko. Stefan Jovetic is just putting his shirt on now. Torre. And it's past Zabaleta. And it's Manchester City have sloppily given the ball away again. And Upton Park are loving it. It's constant jeers every time Manchester City mess up. And there's even a clearance there by Eliakim Mangala that was rather intentional. It went out of play and back to West Ham's possession. So another jeer. Here's West Ham again. Crossed in. It's back post! Oh, and it's so close from Diafra Sakho, who's looking for that 6-in-6 starts record for West Ham. And he's just onside there at the back. Valencia wasn't, and he's ended up just hooking that one over the top. And the change, I was correct in saying, off comes number 10, Edin Dzeko, for number 35, Stefan Jovetic. Crossed away. James Collins hits it back forward. Company controls. Clichy under pressure. Fernando. And finds it Clichy's way again. It's well played. Jovetic. Maybe taking a shape out wide here. Stefan Jovetic. He's we know he did that for Fiorentina. Navas. Here's Torre. Navas. Finds Torre. Silva. It's Fernando. Clichy. City building. This is dangerous. Silva. Great run inside. He's so capable of them. It's Sergio Aguero. Great save by the legs of Adrian. And it's another save. And City should score. It's not over yet, though. Silva. Clichy. It's Yaya Toure. Clichy. What can City do here? Aguero really should have scored there. It was a Great couple of saves from Adrian. Here's Jovetic. Silva. Through to Aguero. Aguero again. Can he get it in? Oh, it's away by Winston Reid. What a clearance that was. Now Song carries it clear of Yaya Toure. Oh, Song's not got it clear yet, actually. Song's in a bit of trouble. And he's fouled by Yaya Toure. Good play there from Alex Song to win West Ham a free kick and end the danger. That might give City a bit of momentum to try and keep going and try and get that goal. Silva with a superb run. Great toe poke ball through to Aguero. The weight was perfect. Good save by Adrian. Reid puts it straight back to Aguero. And the second block was actually James Collins who got a block in. And it's a vital block indeed because that would have definitely gone in. Good save by Adrian. Winston Reid gave it back to Aguero. So close. And City are definitely live, still active, and still in this game now. West Ham need to stay alert because that might be the turning point. That might be the turning point in this game that gives City players the confidence, you know what, we can score. And there's here Winston Reid. And he's just shepherded it back to Adrian. Manchester City fans and players are appealing for a pass back. And it wasn't given by the referee. It was off the leg of Winston Reid. Here's Cresswell. Oh, Cresswell out of position, but does fantastic and wins a free kick. That's all you can ask of him. It's well played. Player signed from Ipswich Town this summer for $7 million. And it's hooked in. And Valencia couldn't get on the end of that. It was Sacco that headed it on. Valencia just couldn't get to it before it went out for a goal kick, which is what it now has done. And it's not the last United game that's going to be difficult for Manchester City. In the next few weeks, they play local rivals Manchester United next week, which I suspect will be a very tough game. Maybe tougher. But, I mean, not many teams put in such a good performance against the champions. I mean, City haven't been excellent this season. They haven't. They've had a few individuals that have played well in certain games and won them games. Silva against Villa, Aguero against Spurs. Without those players, they wouldn't have won those games. And if they just don't have that one player that turns up for them on the day, they can lose. That's what happened against Stoke. And could this be another one of those days for Manchester City? They're definitely in with a shout, especially after the chances we've just seen from them. Here's Zabaleta. Oh, it's through and away. And Valencia couldn't get there. What will happen in this next 26 minutes of play? What will happen that's going to determine this game? Will City find that killer pass? Here's Yaya Toure. Moment of genius from him. It's into Aguero! It's in the post! Is it in? It's not in! It stayed out somehow. And how on earth Manchester City did not just score is beyond me. A great run from Toure. He plays it to Navas. Navas across to Aguero, who hits the post. Toure pokes it back, and Adrian saves. And that is so close to being a Manchester City equaliser that you can feel right now with their current chances is only minutes away before Manchester City do equalise. Could even be on this attack. Here's Jesus Navas. West Ham Oh, what a run from Jesus Navas. What a run from Jesus Navas. Collins cuts it out. Away by Jenkinson. And Fernando does well to keep the ball. Here's Clichy. Back to Fernando. West Ham are going to have to work hard not to concede now. They're going to have to put a few more shirts behind the ball than they have now because it's like 6-on-5 for Manchester City. Clichy. The cross blocked. Here's Jovetic. Yaya Toure bends one over the bar. Not a good effort from Yaya Toure. He thought, we're back in the Capital One Cup final again, which he scored an absolute beauty. How has Aguero not scored there? He scored 4 last week. He scored 5 last week. In the last week, Sergio Aguero, and couldn't get one there. And we have a substitution for West Ham. It's Koyate on. Amalfitano, the goal scorer, off. And it looks like a defensive change, like a 4-3-1-2. Koyate, Noble, and Song in a midfield 3 behind Stuart Downing, who's playing as the number 10. And then obviously Sacco and Valencia up front. And Valencia, great turn of pace to get away from Zabaleta. Oh, and it's so close. It's played across the goal. And Eliakim Mangala has come to the rescue there because that was a great bit of defending. Navas plays it back to Hart, who's going to quite happily hit it clear. And that is so close to being a repeat of the last goal West Ham scored. Silva out wide to Jovetic. This could go either way now. I mean, City is still in with a chance of winning, let alone equalising with the chances they've been creating. And then West Ham, I think they'd be happy with a draw. Well, at the start of the day, if you offered them a draw, they would have taken it. But now, after how well they've played, I don't think a draw would quite suffice and quite, sort of merit the performance they've put in. They really have put in a winning performance here at West Ham United, and they just need to go through these tough spells that inevitably will happen against Manchester City, and they need to come out on top of these spells and come out strong without conceding a goal. And Yaya Toure with a bit of an excellent run, and Winston Reid deals with it with some more excellent defending. He's been West Ham's best defender today. They've had some great performances, West Ham United today. And Vincent Kompany's committed another foul. He can't be much further away from a second yellow, Vincent Kompany. West Ham fans were calling for him to go off. And it's a free kick to West Ham. Collins is the man to pump it forward. Punched away by Joe Hart. Only as far as Song. Probably fancied hitting that one. Noble. Great weight on the pass to find Diafra Sacco. Can't get past Clichy. It's good defending from Gael Clichy. And Carl Jenkinson has a throw in. Just as Sacco ties his laces. And now we're back in play. Jenkinson. Noble. And it's poor there from West Ham. Giving a throw in straight back to Manchester City. Mangala. Clichy. Mangala. City under pressure here. Clichy's only option was to hit it forward. Hope to find a blue shirt. Couldn't do. James Collins was there, who is another player that's had a good performance today. And Jenkinson launches it down the line. Diafra needs an option. He's outcrowded. Couldn't find Koyate. And Mangala lets that run for Clichy. And Clichy's on the overlap of Jovetic. It's good play. Back to Jovetic. And Jovetic, you'll fancy a strike, will he? No. He tried to lay it off to a non-existent Manchester City player. Ended up with Koyate, who cleared it down the line. And here's Sacco. And he's running at Mangala. Sacco can't get the wrong side of Mangala. It's great defending from the big Frenchman. And that's where you really like having Mangala on your side. He's pacey, and he's strong, and he's powerful. And that's what you need in a centre-back in those situations. He showed great experience in that situation, Mangala. He knew what he was doing at the ripe age of 23. Flicked on by Koyate to Song. It's back to Koyate, back to Song. Counter-attack here. Song, he's not got any options. Playing it, back post to Koyate. Oh, and it's over the bar. It's Diafra Sacco, and it is another chance that has gone begging for West Ham. That is so close. It's an excellent move. City was stretched at the back, and it was actually one more pass away, and Valencia was there. But when the ball's laid off to you on the edge of the box like that, you're not going to think, let's see what other pass I'm going to make. You're going to think, let's hit that into the top corner. He went for the top corner. He went for the curl. And it's hit the top of the net, and it is very unlucky from West Ham. And both teams have had chances to score. This could be about 4-3. And it's headed straight to Sacco, and Company's dealt with it. He's headed it down, and Mangala gets there, headed down in. Silva's missed control, and Song's got it now, who has had an astonishing performance, Alex Song. And he's still got the ball. That is tremendous play. Absolutely tremendous from Alex Song. And the free kick has been brought all the way back there by Martin Atkinson. No, it hasn't. That's what the boos are about around Upton Park right now. That's the advantage was played, and the second City got the ball. The advantage went, and Alex Song remains on the ground. Sam Allardyce isn't happy. And here's Clichy. Oh, it took a deflection on that to make it a really mean cross to deal with. And Koyate to Reed. Oh, and he couldn't find the run with Jenkinson on that overlap. And City are back in possession. This game is so tight. It could go either way. Silva into Aguero. Oh, Aguero, great running. Looking to create a cross. Gives it Silva. Back to Aguero. Sergio Aguero looking for a shot. He's crowded out. Silva. Yaya Toure off the bar. City so close again. How is this game still 1-0? Both teams could have had copious amounts of goals. And it's been so tight. Laid off to Toure. I think that took a deflection actually, maybe. I think it might have come off Noble slightly, but it's hit the top of the crossbar, and Adrian thanks it. And here is Enna Valencia now. Cresswell. Noble. There's actually been appeals that it was an offside in the build-up to West Ham's first goal. Nonetheless, Cresswell's ball in. It's Sacco! Has it gone over the line? It's given! West Ham are 2-0 up now. It's Diafra Sacco, and he has just broken a Premier League record for West Ham United. And Joe Hart right now will be cursing the invention of goal line technology, because I don't think there's anyone in the ground that thought that crossed the line. Fantastic from Diafra Sakho. It's relentless play from West Ham, and surely with 15 minutes to go, they have to see this game out now. Great cross in by Cresswell. Diafra, oh, and it is. No, it's miles over the line in the end. It didn't look it from the first angle, but that is miles across the line. And that is absolutely, without a doubt, that's a goal. Sakho was wheeling away in celebration. He already knew, and Manchester City were trying to play on, and Joe Hart just couldn't get to it. That is an excellent header. The goal decision system shows clearly that the whole of the football, crossed the line. West Ham lead 2-0 Upton Park against the Premier League and League Cup champions Manchester City. How do they respond to going 2 goals down now? They're not the type of team to get deflated and give up. They will keep going till this final whistle. How will Manchester City respond? It's Pablo Zabaleta. And Diafra Sakho has just scored 6 goals in his first 6 Premier League starts for West Ham United. And that's the first time it's ever been done by a West Ham United player. There's been a substitution. Enna Valencia has come off for Carlton Cole. And now you can tell it's going to be some backs against the wall defending for West Ham now. They need to just keep playing how they are. They can't invite pressure from Manchester City because 14 minutes left is a long time for Manchester City to create those 2 vital opportunities they would need to level the game. I still personally think that Manchester City can't count themselves out from winning this game. They are a team capable of pushing and getting 3 late on, and it would be a famous comeback. It will be hard, but City can do it, and it's a great run from Silva. Oh, and it's a sensational solo goal from David Silva. What a goal that is. It's 2-1. City are right back in this game now, and West Ham are back to where they were. 13 minutes left, and they've still only got 1 goal in it. And it is going to be more defending for them. What a run this is by Silva. Away from Noble, between Downing and Song. And that's a wonderful curling finish into the far corner. And David Silva on his current form. He's played well. He's been quiet this game, but, you know, he's a player capable of doing that. And Manchester City are still in this game. Like I said, they're not even, you can't count them out from winning this game as of yet. West Ham United 2, Manchester City 1. And it's going to be a tight last 12 minutes to this game. And I think Winston Reid might be feeling a bit of cramp. He's just received some treatment. Alexander Kolarov has come on for Manchester City. As is James Milner. So 2 substitutions for Manchester City. And what a last 10 minutes or so we're going to be in for here. Will it be a similar one to Liverpool versus Queen's Park Rangers? And now with 12 minutes remaining, we are back underway. And West Ham just need to hold their heads now. They didn't after that first goal. You knew City would respond. Did it take them 2 goals to go 2 goals down, Manchester City, to finally win this game? I mean, they're still favourites. I personally think City are still favourites, and it is really, really hard to say that because, you know, they're 1 goal down with 10 minutes to go, but right now, Manchester City are my winners with the amount of attacking play they're playing. West Ham have probably been the better side. It's in towards Aguero. Down at the floor. Aguero again. Good tackle. It's Kolarov. Navas curls it over the bar. Wasted. Desperate defending from West Ham. Hooked in by Silva. Jovetic headed it down for Aguero. It's blocked by Winston Reid. Collins threw himself at that. That's one of the best slide challenges I've seen all day, all season. It's a wonderful challenge from Collins. He's just thrown himself through 3 players to get to that one. And he saved the day again, James Collins. Had a sensational performance once again. And what a game this has been. Absolute non-stop, and it isn't over yet. So just confirmation of the substitutions. Kolarov came on for Gael Clichy. Oh, they have another chance here. Kolarov into the box, and oh, it's just ahead of Jovetic. Aguero, and he can't find anyone. It's away. And West Ham, like I said, they've got their backs against the wall here. And Eliakim Mangala carries it forward. Silva finds Jovetic. Jovetic now to Navas. Navas towards the back post. Milner can't head it. It's Torre! And he has just found the second tier of Upton Park with that strike. Yaya Torre. That is a rash strike. He's just lashed at the ball there. Yaya Torre. And this is truly what would be described as a Grand Slam finish. And what will happen is you can't say, because West Ham could easily go on a counter-attack and score. Easily. Both teams have given their all in this game. They have. And both teams can come off the pitch, no matter the result, with their heads held high after this. Here's David Silva. Navas. Silva. City. They've got about 8 minutes left, plus stoppages, to find a goal. Kolarov trying to get round Sacco, who's now converted right wing back. Downing's now converted left wing back. It's pretty much a 5-4-1 now or a 4-5-1 for West Ham. With Carlton Cole just lingering around up front. Here's David Silva looking for a second. Couldn't find Milner. Great defending from Sacco. He scored what right now is the winning goal. And he's defending as well. And Company gets there ahead of Carlton Cole after the header from Mangala. Torre. Oh, Jovetic couldn't find anyone with that pass. West Ham play it out very nicely. Noble to Cresswell. Stewart down in. He's got Cole in the middle. It's crossed in. Oh, and the effort from Noble. It was tame. And it's straight at Joe Hart. He just ended up rolling into him. And he's absolutely sprinted straight back. It's poor there because Joe Hart's literally thrown it away. Gives it Sacco. And Sacco's gone past Mangala. And he's been brought down. No penalty. Strength, says the referee. Doesn't matter about the appeals in Upton Park. And I don't think that was ever going to be given. But City need to kick it out because Diafra Sacco's still down. Joe Hart was telling his players to kick it out. And Martin Atkinson's had enough. He wants to go and check if Sacco's all right. Because, yeah, he's only gone down due to strength there from Mangala. But boots were flying. And, you can easily catch one in the face in those situations. Credit to Joe Hart for signalling to the referee, stop my team's attack in the last 10 minutes to try and get an equaliser. He's gone down. Oh, and he's taken a knee in the face there from Joe Hart. You can see why Sacco's down. That's never, ever a penalty, though. Never. Great defending from Mangala. He's just carried on running in a straight line. And he's just shepherding Sacco away from the ball. But he's really taken one in the face, Sacco, from Joe Hart. I mean, it doesn't matter. He's not wasting time. I mean, whatever time he spends down on the field, it's just going to be added on at the end. So it doesn't matter. But now Kevin Nolan is set to come on for West Ham to be the third and final substitution of the day. And Sacco, he looks a bit dazed. But off he comes from the pitch. Temporarily down to 10 here, West Ham. Sacco is now back on the field. And Joe Hart finally gets the ball back from the West Ham fans. And there we go. Ball is back in play, and Joe Hart kicks it so far there. And Carlton Cole fouled by Vincent Kompany. That's his 5th foul of the game now, Vincent Kompany. And here is Carlton Cole doing a bit of keepy uppies in the City penalty area. Down in. And it was meant for Jenkinson, but Song got in the way. And Jenkinson's lost it, and now City can break. Jovetic, Milner, Silva. Looking for Kolarov, finds Kolarov. Kolarov to provide the delivery. It's in towards Silva. Headed away by Downing. Yaya Toure. Silva floats one in. Headed away by Jenkinson. It's Kolarov. Aguero's lurking in the middle. Just literally sitting between the two central defenders. Zabaleta. Navas. Crossed in, straight into the hands of Adrian. And he's going to take his time here, Adrian. As long as he can be allowed. Anyway, so 3 minutes plus stoppages left. And I'm thinking there will be a good 4 or 5 minutes of stoppages. There has to be. I wouldn't imagine more than 5. So it's definitely not over yet for West Ham, just because they see it is the 87th minute. Here is Kolarov. Milner. Alexander Kolarov. Great tackle from Koyate. And it's a Manchester City corner. And this is a great opportunity for City late on in this game. It really is. So there's a substitution now. And they do say never make a substitution when defending a set piece. It's one of those things. But it's Kevin Nolan coming on with 2 minutes to play. And the goal scorer of what stands as the winning goal, Diafra Sakho. Six goals in 6 starts. He's had a great start to the season. And Kevin Nolan's on also. Crossed in by Kolarov. It's gone all the way through. Little scramble in the area right now. Kevin Nolan's first involvement is to smash it as far as it'll go. Now Zabaleta's on the ball. Kompany's back into position to receive that, as is Mangala. Finds Zabaleta. Silva. City trying to get this goal that's going to win him a point here. Don't want to let Chelsea get too far away. Here's Yaya Toure! And it's just behind and wide there from Yaya Toure. Good ball from Milner. Great slip through. It was never a too dangerous angle. I mean, you'd have to do something pretty special to score from there. He's at the side net in Yaya Toure. All eyes inside Upton Park right now to see what the fourth official will announce. City to see how long they've got. And the West Ham fans to see how long they've got to hold. And it's 5 minutes added on. And it's going to be a long 5 for West Ham. And it's going to fly by for Manchester City. And I think Manchester City are just going to have to try and be just direct and hit it into the box. I mean, that's not what they're like, but they like to play it around. They like to, on the edge of the area. Here's Song. He's done well, but he's run out of play. Alex Song. And it's so Manchester City throw-in. 4 minutes remain. We are in the 91st minute of time. Company. Torre. Kolarov. Silva. Navas. And Song gets there first. And Song manages to get it away. All the way down the field, or as far as he could have done. It's gone out for a throw-in now to Manchester City. Whereabouts it went out remains to be seen. Here's Yaya Toure. Jovetic. Jovetic pokes it inside. Here's Milner. Milner onto Jovetic, who shoots! What a save from Adrian! And what an effort from Stefan Jovetic! That was moving left and right. It was swerving round in circles, up and down. And oh, it's a great save from Adrian. It wasn't too difficult, actually, but it's swerving. It's, oh, Company's headed it the wrong way. And Song gets it away. And here come City again. 2.5 minutes left. Zabaleta. Torre. Can City do it? Kolarov to strike. Oh, it's so close. So close from Alexander Kolarov. It took a deflection. It was probably on target. Too much time there. Came off Collins, and that is a vital block in the end. It's another corner to West Ham. And Adrian collects and holds. And that is well played from Adrian. Good strikes from Jovetic, bringing out a good save from Adrian. And Kolarov again. Another good strike, and it's so close. Carlton Cole dominant. Carlton Cole fighting his way through the City bodies. And Zabaleta heads it back to Joe Hart, who launches it out wide and left to James Milner. Torre. Silva coming in. Milner. Couldn't find Jovetic. Collins gets it away. And Mangala sprints to get to that one. And now Joe Hart is on the ball. He's about 25 yards from his own goal. And it's a bit sloppy from City here. Torre back to Hart. 1 minute left. 50 seconds remain of time. Here is Alex Song for West Ham. All West Ham need to do is keep the ball. And they haven't done that here because Cresswell has just smashed it down the field. And what noise we're hearing here inside Upton Park. Hart forward. One in the air by Winston Reid. City need a Negredo or someone just to sit up front and win these headers. Here's Mangala. 10 seconds remain. And no, and West Ham here could seal it with Carl Jenkinson. Oh, and it's well played there by Mangala. And it was almost a dream ending to this game from West Ham United. But Upton Park erupts into celebrations as the final whistle is blown. They have won it. And what a hard-fought victory it has been from West Ham United. They've deserved it. Without a shadow of a doubt, West Ham deserved their victory. They attacked beautifully well. And they defended like heroes when they needed to. They really did. And, well, if it wasn't for a few players, Diafra Sakho, James Collins, Winston Reid, and especially that man, Alex Song, well, it would have been a completely different story. Every single player on the West Ham field played well today, and every single player for both teams gave 100% everything they had. And you can't say that either team, like both teams, can come off with their heads held high because they gave absolutely everything to this game of football. So the final score is West Ham United 2, Manchester City 1. And thank you for watching.